What's good? It's your boy, Young Scoop, you know. Or I can just call me Tim, it's whatever, Anyway, this is a blog about racial observations. This may come from, movies, my personal experiences, you know, friends, whatever, It's basically a blog about racial observations that, I've observed. And possibly some other people too. So let's get it. I hope y'all don't mind. I'm kinda hungry, so hope y'all don't mind eating some chicken. Anyway, so to start off, what really gripes me is how every time, whether it be basically in horror movies, they'll put about they'll probably be like, oh yeah, we gonna throw in like two black people up in there, because they gotta give us something. But my problem is when they do put the black people in the movies, what do? They kill them. They always either die first or just period. Why they can't survive the whole movie? The only time I notice that when they survive the whole movie is they like a real famous person, like a rapper or a poet or something like that, famous poet, and they just decide to do a movie. Like in Deep Blue Sea, they killed off Samuel L. Jackson but left LL Cool J alive. Rapper. It's not true for all movies, for all scary movies, but that's one of them I noticed. Another one, Dawn of the Dead. They put two black people in the movie, killed off Mackay Pfeiffer, left Ving Rhames alive. You know. Anyway, something from the movie. One from my personal experience. You know, you know, I went to Lakewood High School. Class of '08, big boy. So I went to class of '08, right? I mean, I went to Lakewood High School. Class of '08. And going there, it's like, it's a lot of white people there. It's real diverse, but it's a lot of white people there. And everybody there stereotype, almost everybody. So I went there. You know, in my classes, I was like one of like a few black people. So I would get asked these random questions, almost every day. From friends, these is friends, these is friends. So they would be coming up to me like, Tim, do black people really love Kool-Aid that much? I'm like, are you serious though? Like, don't you like Kool-Aid? They're like, yeah. But black people love it so much though. It's like ridiculous. Don't you guys drink it with everything? I was like, I want to just be like, bitch, the hell you talking about? Like, But you know what? That's what they was expecting me to do. You see? See, we as black people, man, we gotta keep our cool. We ain't all like that. So anyway, so I just basically said, I like, it's just, Kool-Aid is well liked all around. So anyway, that's not to make to keep a long story short. That's just one thing I noticed. Another thing I noticed is, so you notice I got a little, mini pro. Back in the day, it was bigger than it was like this big. So I was like, I go up there. Next thing one of my homegirls, I ain't gonna say her name though, but one of my homegirls, she sat behind me, and then she started just feeling on my hair and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? And then here she comes talking about, I never felt a black person's hair before. It's so interesting. Like I'm a project or something, Like, come on now. Shit. Anyway, so I was just like, man, that's another thing I noticed, I've observed, Oh, another thing, here's one thing, another thing. Pianos. Why the white keys got to be bigger than the black keys? I mean, it's like, man, they all make, I'm pretty much, they all make noise, they all make music and everything, okay. But the black keys is the smallest ones. It's like, dude, come on now. Why the black keys can't be the biggest ones and the white keys be the small ones? Come on now. Shoot, you know. Another thing is Oreos. Or I mean, who all like Oreos? Oreos is good. All right, that's cool. You know, but then they got the Oreos. Now, what's the Oreo? You know what a Oreo is? Oreos is when the white part is on the outside and the black part is on the inside. And they always say the best part of the Oreo is the cream. This time they had chocolate cream. But why it's called a uh-oh Oreo? Don't you usually say uh-oh when something's wrong? You didn't notice that, huh? That's some, hey, I got you thinking now, huh? Okay. So yeah, it's set up by the man. I'm telling you. Whew. Anyway, my chicken again. Anyway, another thing I noticed. Oh, hey yo, any of us watching this, I'm only eating chicken because it's the only thing we had in the house. Don't think it's just a black thing. You love chicken. Everybody loves chicken. Yes, fried. So what? It's good. Shoot. Ain't nothing racist about it. Come on now. you know. Another thing, I was watching this movie. Some of y'all may not have seen it, but some of y'all may have. It's called Cop and a Half. Burt Reynolds. He's a detective. You know, and the little boy. I don't know his name in real life. I forgot it. But he witnessed the murder. A little black kid at that. Little black kid. He witnessed the murder, and as a reward, they let him ride around with Burt Reynolds for 8 hours in a day, so that they can find out, who committed this murder that he witnessed. They asked him all these questions, taking him on a little ride and everything. One part they stopped on a so-called stakeout. So, little boy, I know the movie very well, so, okay, here we go. Little boy, he come up, he was like, "What are we here for?" Burt Reynolds come up and was like, "It's a stakeout. It's your shift." Then, little boy was like, "Do I look like a 5-year-old to you?" Now remember, it's a little black boy. It's a black boy. Burt Reynolds is a white dude. So, little kid, he was like, "Do I look like a 5-year-old to you?" Burt Reynolds. Whew. Burt Reynolds. Y'all may not think nothing about this, but he was like, Burt Reynolds, he was like, "I can't tell. The light's not too good in here." What is that supposed to mean? The light's not too good in here? It was daytime. It was daytime. Dude was talking about the light's not too good in here. Are you serious? What you trying to say? He too black, you can't tell? Yeah. See? Mm. I'm telling you, dude. These racial observations, you're killing me. I ain't racist or nothing, but I be noticing. I be noticing when people be doing racist stuff. Like just one time, it was somewhat of a family day, I was kicking with my sister, my brother, and my 2 little cousins, right? So we up in Torrance, and we go to the movies. We went to go see Paul Blart Mall Cop, right? When we went up in there, we was the only black people that walked up in there. So when we did, we was about to go sit way up at the top, cause so you can get a better view of the video. When we did, actually my 2 little cousins, they wanted to sit like right in the middle, So my older sister, she went up at the top, and me and my little brother sat with our cousins, so that they would, so that wouldn't nobody mess with them. So anyway, so we sat with them in the middle row. When we sat with them, it was this white couple behind us. When we sat down, they got up and moved to the far side where we was on this side. They moved to this side. So I'm like, why they get up? They seemed to be fine and comfortable. They was all hugged up and stuff, They was just sitting there all having a good old time. Shoot, we wasn't bothering nobody. We didn't say anything. We just sat down. They got up, moved to the far side. What's that about? It's because we black, Like I said, I ain't racist. I just noticed these things, Feeling bomb. But anyway, I got more observations, but I'm finna end it for right now.